Now, this great venue has hosted some memorable playoff games over the years, and these Bear fans are hoping to make some new memories today at Soldier Field in Chicago. Today, we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great NFC matchup between the Seattle Seahawks and the Chicago Bears. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Come, 180! Watch my board.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Hey, check 24.
Ran, alert, 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 alert.
Play action. Now Trubisky looking deep for Gabriel. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now it's Carson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Carson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 more yards there and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space. Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Left side here taken in by Metcalf. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Now a carry, it's C.J. Anderson. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to fourth down. And Myers able to knock it through. Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines. The defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
Get up!
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as you're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Trubisky. Buying time to his left. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Stop! 180!
Get that quarterback! And on.
From midfield now, here's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Trubisky to throw. Connecting with Burton here over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on 1st down. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears. Allen Robinson there to make the grab. And the Bears have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's...
And he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check 24, check 24.
1st down, a run with Cohen. And a short gain down to about the 33. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
18.
Now it's Trubisky. Throw left side complete. It's Cohen. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. Make him make someone miss in the open field.
Now Trubisky on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
He's coming. We got double up. Alert. Alert.
Second and 10 now. It's Trubisky. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears. Allen Robinson with his second touchdown in this opening quarter as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
12.
On second down now, it's Carson. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. After one, a 14-3 ball game.
Okay, just like that. Check 26. Zebra.
On third down, Wilson. Forced out to his left. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards on the play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
You got tight right there.
Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain there on the completion, second and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking to throw on second down. Wilson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7. Now Trubisky. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 27 yards there, a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's first and 10 at the 26-yard line. Trubisky gives to Cohen. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Seahawks 22-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert! Slam! 80 weapons! Check! 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 Crunch! Crunch! Crunch!
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And they'll get him down right about the 20. The tackle made by K.J. Wright.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Mike 54. Get him! Get him! Get him! Red, don't. 54. Mike.
Hey! Mike 7.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky as the Bears push further out in front.
We see this route all the time, but when it's well executed, it's a beauty.
It feels like the fade takes forever to develop, like that ball is just hanging in the air.
And the reason why is that the receiver is trying his best to work the defender inside and give himself space to fade away from him and catch the football, and that's exactly what happened there.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Trubisky a throw. The screen pass here to Cohen. And here a juke.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Here we go.
Throwing here, Trubisky. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 34. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Here we go.
Here's Trubisky to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Robinson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards there and a first down. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Dancing to his left. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, a chip shot here. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wild card matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, one of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
It's second and 8 at the 48-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. Now Wilson. Left side complete to Lockett. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 35.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. A gain of 3, second down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They try again with Cohen. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
180! Alert, alert!
On third down, Trubisky. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now it's Lockett. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another 1st down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
To try again after the sack. Wilson. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
A pretty good-looking run there on 1st down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 26-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. Check.
Again, it's Cohen. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Trubisky. Being chased out left. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now with shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. It was Jaron Reed who got him down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah.
Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Yannick Ngakoue coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. 1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, That does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Hey, 0-0-0.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And this is complete to Moore on the comebacker. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. That turnover might just about do it here. Fourth quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Kayvon Webster. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is taken at the 18. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And that one falls incomplete. Try to dump it underneath. Now 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Touchdown, Chicago! Tariq Cohen, 50 yards as the Bears push further out in front. But look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
It's coming this way, Here we go.
They'll run on first down. Carson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a fourth down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And this is caught. He hits more. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
Check, 59. So we got man.
On first down, it's Carson, and he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up second and 12. They run again with Carson. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The Seahawks on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Now a run with Anderson. And an alley to run. 20. C.J. Anderson. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. C.J. Anderson. 41 yards. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will shave one more off this lead. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And Charles, on the losing side of things, they didn't come in here as the favorite to these playoffs, but they came in with a lot of hope and anticipation. Tough to have that all snuffed out so quickly.
It really is. You're one of 12 teams when the playoffs begin that still has a chance to win the Super Bowl. So that's pretty darn good. And as you often talk about, a lot of hope when the playoffs start. Well, that ended for them. But when they look back, they'll have a lot to be proud of and see if they turn the page towards the next season.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew,